Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, here back with another reaction video, and today we're gonna react to Stunted Growth. Was Bow Wow the first industry plant? Has he fallen off? Bow Wow is not an industry plant by any means necessary. Bow Wow was a, I want to say, a protege that found that had the right mentors. If you don't know Bow Wow's story, he first started off with Death Row. Then when Death Row went haywire, um, uh, Snoop pretty much said, "Look, you gonna go chill with JD and them. I'm gonna come back for you, but I want you to be with JD and them. Death Row is not safe for you. I gotta go figure mine out. But before I do that, I want you to go get yours." So JD put him up. JD pretty much was building him up, giving him stage presence, building up his charisma, showing him how the industry works. And before that, they took off. So I would never say Bow Wow is an industry plant. No, Bow Wow is not an industry plant. Bow Wow is a success story, if anything. Cause they don't make artists no more. They just put them out there. Like I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of these women, a lot of these people, like y'all remember that verses right with Omarion and fucking Mario, and we found out that a good chunk of them niggas can't sing or hold a note without studio production and auto tune. They're products of somebody who has the face and the looks, but not the talent. JD made sure that Bow Wow had the talent to do what he did. Cause Bow Wow is a motherfucking legend. Regardless of how you may feel, Bow Wow is a fucking legend. I am tired of the Bow Wow slander. I understand he did some fuck nigga shit in his time. But still, he's still a legend regardless. If y'all wasn't around when he first came out and he was little Bow Wow, then you won't know what I'm talking about. If you was around during the Like Mike era of Bow Wow, you would never understand the greatness of this man. How y'all look at Drake, that's how we looked at Bow Wow. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Me and Khalees on the beach having fun. Herself run 911, it's Godson. I don't wait, I just wait till they really ready. Told Usher I got it back from Chile.
Shad Gregory Moss, born March 9th, 1987, aka Lil Bow Wow, Bow Wow, or simply Bow. To answer the question of this video's title, has Bow Wow fallen off, we have to understand where a person's growth level was to say he or she has fallen off. Then you have to ask yourself, well, what does falling off even mean? Because Elon Musk falling off would be Jay-Z's net worth 50 times. Jay-Z falling off would be most people's lottery ticket. The next piece of clarity we need is where have they fallen, and is that landing spot still a good position to be in? In this case, to answer all those important questions at once, we'll keep it simple and focus on the music. Has Shad Moss, Bow Wow fallen off as a musician? And to me, what were the 3 growth stunts of that fall off? Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth.
That nigga was 5 years old? Yeah. That's why I said, nigga, I don't give a fuck about his first record coming out in 2000. He was fucking it up before that.
They tryna hate on the kid. Y'all niggas know what it is. Yeah, private parties at the crib. Shorty thought we was at lit.
Falling off is a phrase used in society to suggest a person had grew to an outstanding level and somehow lost it at some point. We have to be careful with whom we bestow this underachievement upon because, like mentioned, falling off is relative to circumstance, status amongst peers, and the result of that descent. Lil Bow Wow, to help you understand his growth in the music industry, was a child star that got his first taste of the entertainment world at the young age of 5 years old, performing his first concert in 1993. After honing his skills since 3 years old. Most people with children may understand the magnitude of what I just said, and for those that don't, just know that parents are currently in awe of that statement, knowing most their 3-year-olds can barely form a complete sentence, much less remember a 16, perfect its delivery, and stand in front of a group and recite those. It's safe to say that Shad Moss was a different breed. A talented individual that was definitely a one-of-one, who started much earlier than most, therefore expected to have more chances at greatness, leading to longevity. Moss definitely achieved greatness. Longevity may have been his biggest hurdle, and for the most part, here's why. Stunt number 1, not trusting Jermaine Dupri. At just 5 years old, Bow Wow would get his first real break in the industry performing in front of a guy called Snoop Dogg in 1993, before Snoop himself was yet to be a household name. That year, Snoop would go on to drop his first album, Doggy Style, and while doing shows to promote it, Here Comes This Kid asked to freestyle that killed it to the amazement of Snoop. He quickly scooped him up and gave him the name Lil Bow Wow. Being that Snoop Dogg was fairly new himself and trying to solidify his image and sound, was focused on his work, but continued to bring Bow Wow around to groom him because he liked his energy and even said he inspired the Compton rapper.
He was the little kid that was around, so he was inspiring me. So I was like, man, let's put this little nigga on some shit.
He'd make Snoop's 93 album Doggy Style primarily on skits, priming his acting, classic music videos like Gin and Juice, and performing on Arsenio Hall, which was the equivalent of what Jimmy Kimmel and the likes are now. At 11 years old, Snoop Dogg placed him in the hands of a guy more suited for the grooming of a child star with a reputation of being the best at it, Jermaine Dupri. Dupri and Bow Wow were an instant glove-like fit as Bow possessed the amazing ability for entertainment in every facet of it. He had the youth, charisma, look, never stage frightened, interviewed extremely well, and a dedicated team led by his parents, and most notably, the talent to be successful. Jermaine knew what he had and immediately began to groom him into a star. He got his first placement a year later on the soundtrack for the Wild Wild West movie. His first project, released on September 26, 2000, called Beware of the Dog.
And that was the first album that was the first CD I ever owned. Believe it or not, that was the first CD I ever owned. I think I was like 6 years old. 6 years old, going on 7 or 7. I don't remember. It was a long ass time ago. But that was my first album though. Beware the Dog.
And Bow Wow immediately took off.
Scratched the shit out that damn CD because I played the fuck out that shit.
To champion the child star rapper, to which some may say he was what you would call an industry plant in today's vernacular. And I agree. Although it has a negative undertone of you not deserving being planted and connections are all that got you there, that couldn't be more false in Shad's case. His parents worked extremely hard to place him in places he could connect, and Bow Wow indeed was blessed with a unicorn of a gift. Not just anyone could have done what he did. I still remember his impact being around the same age and being amazed at how fast and precise he could rap, while also having the young girls literally crazy over him.
His fucking influence over the women, bro, I don't know what the fuck it was, bro. But Bow Wow and women, I don't know what it is. I can tell you right now, my cousins, my aunties, Nigga, girls at school, I can tell you right now, Bow Wow had it with them, bro. I don't know what this nigga Riz was on, but this nigga Riz was on a level niggas wish they had. Niggas wish they had Bow Wow Riz. You will never have this nigga Riz. What he could do, what the things, the way women reacted to him was different, bro. Just different.
The first I'd seen of my generation. He went on to go double platinum off his first album behind songs like That's My Name and Puppy Love. His second album, Under the Pre and So So Def, released in 2002, called Doggy Bag, and also saw platinum success. Around this time, Lil Bow Wow changed his stage name to just Bow Wow in an attempt to differentiate himself from all the Lils, as he called it. His next order of business was to leave the underwing of Dupree, who throughout his career has always had an on and off relationship with Moss. I think Bow Wow felt he couldn't shake the little boy image he wanted to while being under Dupree, who groomed him to be that had he stayed with Jermaine. He released his third album, the first with the new name and first without mentorship of Jermaine Dupri. It had success, went gold, and even had some of my favorite Bow Wow tracks on there to date in My Baby and Let's Get Down, but it didn't perform as well as the first two releases. Bow Wow decided to get back with Dupri for his fourth album, Wanted, and the two made magic again on the #1 song,
Yep.
Let Me Hold You, and
Let me hold you. Never is supposed to. Trying to show you the light that the better to believe in. Oh, baby, baby, can never go wrong if you let me hold you. Nigga, when this song came out, nigga was getting hella poom poom. Y'all know what I said, I know. The nigga was getting hella poom poom. Oh my goodness. This song was, nigga, this song and the song he did with Sierra, if you wasn't getting you some around that time, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Bow Wow was getting girls horny around this time. I don't know what it was, but Bow Wow was getting girls horny. I'm talking about they down to fuck. They down to fuck for $1, holler for $1, do something strange for a piece of change. Shit, they was down for whatever, my nigga. It is what it is. Shout out to Bow Wow.
off and on throughout his career, he'd go through these creative differences with JD, and every time it proved to cost him in some way. At 16 and looking for a different image, he signed with Cash Money Records, but never released an album under the imprint. Jermaine Dupri always had a vision for Moss, and I think him not following to a T and taking moments away and firing Dupri, as Amarion once put it, stunted his eventual growth, and his direction and sound took a hit. Bow Wow was good enough to be one of the best artists ever in hip-hop. Not from his skill as a rapper, but where he could have taken the game with the full package of talent he had. Stunt number 2, direction. Like any child star, you will soon be faced with having to grow up. Along with that growth, dealing with your fans growing along with you is important. To simply put it, Bow Wow's fan base didn't particularly connect to his new sound and image, as he was still basking in the younger audience while being at the age his image as a rapper and gaining older respect was too important. He began putting out mixtapes filled with this mixture while not connecting to one particular side of the age scale, and this caused his core audience, who were transitioning into listening to music a little closer to their age, to become reluctant to entertain his newer sound. This was due a lot to the direction of his music becoming unfamiliar to them and what he was known for. After 2009 and signing with a few labels that didn't curate a perfect...
See, what Bow Wow really should have did, though, around this time frame, he should have just stuck to doing features, bro. I feel like if Bow Wow would have just did, like, features going forward, I think it would have worked out because think about it. He was on the right team. He signed with Cash Money. He was on the right team at the right time. He just didn't jump on the songs like he was supposed to. He should have been on He should have been a feature on Lil Wayne's songs, Nicki Minaj songs, Tyga songs, Drake songs. He should have been featured more. That's where I think his downfall really started because he was on the winning team at the time. Young Money, Cash Money was the winning team. All he had to do was just hop on a couple of features on everybody's album. One Bow Wow verse on everybody's album. Bow Wow stays relevant. You was in the perfect situation, bro. You really could have held your craft. You really could have held your crown and held it steady. Cause Bow Wow still had his crown. Like I remember, like nigga was on the Teach Me How to Dougie remix, and he killed that shit. You gotta think about it. He was on a song with B.O.B., Red Cafe, lyrical ass niggas, and he had the best fucking verse on there. To Teach Me How to Dougie, teach me how to Dougie. He killed that shit. That's when he should have realized, oh damn. Maybe I should start doing features more. I'm on Cash Money with his name and his brand, and then you align that with a up and coming Drake, a up and coming Nicki Minaj, a up and coming Tyga, nigga. And then I'll probably say the only thing he did right though was that mixtape with Chris Brown, that Fan of a Fan with Chris Brown. That was probably the only thing he did right. Other than that, he really dropped the ball, bro, because he was trying to make a name for himself. And realistically, the ball was really in his hand. All he had to do was just be like, hey, Drake, you about to come up, right? You about to do your album? Hey, let me do a song with you. Let me hear what you got to say. Matter of fact, let me go talk to Jermaine Dupri and we can see if we can get a song popping for you. Because you know that could have been a hit. That could have been a smash hit. Drake would have probably had a smash hit on his hands. And Bow Wow and Jermaine Dupri, that's a recipe for success. Like, dog. And then Nicki Minaj too, Tyga, he could have benefited off of that shit. But we'll never know. He didn't go in. Like I said, he was on the winning team, but he didn't check into the game. He didn't check into the game like he was supposed to.
Transition for him, he fell into a space where his audience no longer requested his music, leading to that year being the last of his stay as a hip-hop bright spot. He began to focus on his acting in the TV and hosting world, to which he had great success. Musically though, without direction or where and how to transition, you can say he fell off. Stunt number 3, negative press. Around 2012, Moss began to get a lot of negative press that continued into as recent as 2021. In 2012, he was the subject of child support and being a deadbeat father, claims of him going broke, to him beginning to be clowned for things said and done, mainly on social media. In 2016, he made a statement that he didn't connect with the fight of civil rights because his heritage was mixed and that he wasn't full black. This led to him being targeted for his tweets and voiced in the newer generation as a guy whose word wasn't to be taken seriously. Then followed the Bow Wow challenge in 2017 that sparked meme after meme of people imitating Bow Wow's lying about his grandiose lifestyle, making claims that he was doing better than he actually was. This negative press sealed Bow Wow's fate in music, with no one now paying attention to it, not feeling it to be genuine anymore, which left the music at this point completely irrelevant. That's sad because I think he's still making good music. It's just no one seems to care for that sound coming from him. It's like he never really chose a lane and perfected that. Instead, he attempts to jump in whatever lane he can to look and even sound like what's hot, and fans just aren't that bought in. All in all, Lil Bow Wow, or whatever he wants to be known as, has had a pretty solid career. Great success young, great acting phases, with Rollbound still being one of my all-time favorites, and longevity as an entertainer, even if a lot of it has been spent in everything but great music. He's released some classic songs and has been a fixture in hip-hop over that span, and is at least respected for that. Salute to Bow Wow, a good career, although expected to be a great career. I wish you nothing but the best, but for these reasons, his growth was stunning. It's your boy JC Stunning Growth, and I'm out.
Hey, man. He's still a legend, though. Regardless of how y'all may feel about him, the younger generation, y'all may not understand it, but he's still a legend. And the 90s babies, the 80s babies, he's still a legend to us. He's still our Drake. He's still our Drake, regardless of how y'all may feel. How y'all look at Drake, that's how we looked at this man right here. That's still our Drake, regardless. That's why the Millennium Tour be selling out every year. So yeah. Anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. Shout out to Bow Wow, man. You a legend, man. You always gonna get your flowers from the 80s and the 90s babies. We gonna always show you love, bro. You're an integral part of a lot of our childhoods, bro. We we rock it with you all the way. If for the people that wasn't around when you was relevant, fuck them. Anyways, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you on the next video. Till then, peace out.